What's happening, crypto fam? Happy Monday. Good morning and welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content, so thank you. This morning, just a general chit chat about adoption, maturity, how the US is creating banks out of crypto exchanges while places in Asia are banning and unbanning and banning and unbanning and banning and unbanning crypto. What's actually going on? It is delayed process. They're scared of something. See, my brief overview of it is, if you look at the internet and how fast the internet grew, what the internet did for data creation, but also what it did for exposure. It's exposed people. I don't care what people want to say, from Epstein and all that at the top, to just fake news at the bottom. Little shitty bits of fake news at the bottom, to weapons of mass destruction not even existing. You know the dance. There is no spoon. The internet is exposing people. It's exposing governments. It's exposing politicians and everyone. I don't believe they expected it to change the world and go against them quite as much as it has. Right? I really don't believe that. And now I believe they're scared that the same is going to happen with value and crypto. We all know banking is set to change. Looking at Kraken, it's already changed. So go and have a look at this yourself. I'm not going to read too far through it because I want to get to a little bit of adoption maturity and what it's actually going to mean for value. I've spoken about this before, so if I'm boring people, I'm sorry, but it fascinates me, this. Absolutely fascinates me how much data gets created now per day compared to a couple of decades ago, and the internet of value being generated through games, through movies, through art, through creativity, through any means necessary, means that the 500 trillion to 1.2 quadrillion ballpark number for the total value in the world is highly likely going to triple, if not quadruple, by 2030 into the 4 or 5 quadrillions. People don't understand. There's value out there that they don't see as value, so it's not got as much value as it should we say. For instance, a game that you don't play, its currency is worth nothing to you. It's not, because you're not on the game. You can't get access to the currency. You can't sell the currency unless you're on eBay. It's almost worth nothing. Pretty much worth nothing. It's not worth the aggro of you getting it and selling it. But if it was linked to an ILP API through other order books and other exchanges, then it becomes valuable to you as well, because you can exchange it just as you can exchange Great British Pounds or XRP. It is going to be huge. So on one side of the states, we've got Kraken, a popular cryptocurrency exchange, has been given approval to open a cryptocurrency bank, making it the first exchange to do so. The company's bank chart will allow Kraken to operate as a special purpose depository institution, SPDI, called Kraken Financial. What services will Kraken offer? Kraken Financial will offer services such as crypto custody, deposit accounts, wire transactions, and other standard bank functions. Customers will also be able to use their crypto assets for traditional payments such as bills and portfolio investments. Other future products include crypto staking services, trust accounts, online and mobile banking, wealth management services, and treasury services. Excuse me. Kraken's new bank will also reduce exchanges' reliance on third-party financial institutions. CEO David Knitsky says that Kraken will have direct access to federal payment systems, allowing customers to use the bank and crypto exchange seamlessly. The bank will generate revenue from traditional sources. According to Knitsky, that is, yield-bearing treasury securities and other financial assets will generate funds. Interesting. The rise of crypto banking. Kraken is arguably one of the first proper crypto banks. However, crypto-related banking is a wide area that many companies have already begun to enter. Retail companies like BlockFi, other savings and learnings accounts that bear interest, while companies like BitPay and Wirex offer crypto debit cards. Other companies offer bank-like services aimed at institutions such as Galaxy Digital and Fidelity Digital Assets. Interesting. Though these companies are reputable and regulated, they are not technically banks. By most definitions, Kraken's plans are among the most extensive seen until now and can be truly considered a full bank, assuming it fulfills its promises. Interesting. So Americana make a bank. Americana make a bank. Asia make a ban. What's going on? You've got one out, like, you're talking about data, currency wars, tech wars, data wars, and all that. It's like going to, like, right, imagine Russia going to war with America, but Russia banned nukes, guns, bullets, tanks, and planes. They ban weapons. We're going to war, but we're going to ban weapons. Everyone's going to be like, I expect to win that, Jimmy. Vladimir. No Jimmy's in Russia, is there? I expect to win that, Vlad. Got a war with no weapons, mate. Going to tech war by banning the tech. Where's that fucking meme with all the... Real talk, though. What they're actually doing, you've got on one side of the world, opening it up, getting adoption, laying adoption out. This is the system, industries and everything, preparing for adoption. Maturity. Nowhere near it, mate. Right, ranging from a couple of days ago to 2 to 3 weeks ago, we are going to read out some headlines. All I've done is put crypto bans. I didn't put Asia. I didn't put India. I didn't put China. Right, I'm not singling people out. This is fucking Google. From open arms to full bans, the latest on crypto regulation in Asia. India likely to impose sweeping ban on cryptocurrency trading. Russia ministry proposes to amend law banning crypto transactions. Australia bans crypto fraudster over Bitcoin Ponzi scheme. The Moss Piglet dilemma. PayPal bans payments to merchants using... What's that? Why has PayPal blocked payments to merchants using the word tardigrade? Jesus. So you've got someone in Balkan. I don't know where that is. I'm trying Balkan. So because a Balkan arms dealer uses tardigrade in the name, people on PayPal aren't allowed to use. But then a tardigrade's a mic. I'm sorry we're off crypto here, but look at that there. It has a little ornament of a tardigrade. It's a little microorganism. Unless you watch Star Trek Discovery and they're fucking massive in space. That's a bit off crypto. It's interesting though. Bitcoin Daily Australia bans crypto investing for 7 years for alleged fraud. Banned for selling Bitcoin. Russia censors ads. Binance world's largest. Russia's censored Binance's ads. They're all over in the UK. They're all bus stops and everything, mate. Binance UK coming. Woo woo. Is this just allowing us to go online and we're like, crypto's on its way and Russians are like, nah, it's banned, bro? Do we even converse with Russians? online. Why? 2 days ago, this one. The Bitcoin community reacts to Russia's criminalization of undeclared crypto activity. Let's have it right. Take crypto activity off. Take money laundering away. Take all the bullshit terms and the buzzwords and all that shit. And just put the criminalization of undeclared earnings. And law's law, man. Law is the fucking law. Yeah. Declare your earnings. Pay your taxes. And if you don't like it, we vote to change it. And if they don't change it, we vote Scotty 2030. Because there'll be a civil war. We'll give it from 2030 to 2035 and we'll civil war this shit. I'm not playing games. I'm ready to go back to 1630s, me, and take monarchs' heads off. I'm being serious. I am ready to behead monarchs in the middle of the street. When I hear what's been happening and watching naked kids come out the palace windows and that, yeah, I'm ready to take some heads off, me. Anyway, declare your earnings. No matter whether it's crypto, cash, what. It's all these people scared of a cashless society because they don't want to declare their earnings and they don't realise that they don't actually have to declare the crypto. Not every account and wallet is KYC. These are the kind of idiots that we live alongside. The kind of idiot that can't even... The kind of idiot that goes to Facebook and like, is the sky blue? And that's the fucking Facebook, it's the sky blue. Instead of just looking up. Just look up, you dick. Just go on Google and ask Google. You're making yourself look a fucking tool by asking Facebook. Like you've not even got the mental capacity to go and find out the information yourself. So you're asking someone else to go and do it for you. Get away from my space. Out of my space. Stop wasting oxygen and fuck off to the moon. Nah, because don't wear me. Declare your fucking earnings. And again, if it's tax you're not happy about, then we need to change it. And that's another conversation regarding voting for changing tax laws. Someone put on Facebook the other day, votes to raise taxes for the super rich property owners. Then wonders why rent goes up. And I put on it, but then votes for a rent cap. People act like when something's been voted in and it's set in stone then, and then everything else that happens after that is just going to happen and it's just the way it is because you voted for that situation. Oh, well, pretty sure we get another vote in 4 years, Char, so let's shut your fucking mouth and let's have a discussion about how to improve it, eh? Instead of fucking arguing over bullshit viruses that don't even exist. They exist, they're just not deadly. Not deadly for everyone. Russia revises the legislation to criminalise non-disclosure of Bitcoin activity. Things took a turn for the... Oh God, Jimmy, things took a turn for the worse yesterday. As a Russian news... I should do that in Russian, but I can't talk a full paragraph in Russian. Things took a... Sick, I just can't do it. Things took a turn for the worse yesterday. As Russian newspaper Kommersant reported that authorities... nah, we can't. I need to be with a Russian, mate. They reported that authorities are looking to ramp up restrictions on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Russia's Ministry of Finance has issued proposals to revise legislation regarding the circulation of cryptocurrencies. This relates primarily to the duty of users to declare their crypto activity, including details on wallets held. Ministers are meeting this week to discuss the proposals. If ratified, changes to the criminal code, criminal procedure code, administrative code, tax code, and money laundering legislation will be put in place. That's how you fucking do it. That's how you fucking do it. Don't just, let's change some taxes. A year later, oh, you know, because we did that, it affected all that shit as well. Perhaps if we'd have prepared properly. Legitimately, they're changing criminal code, procedure code, admin code, tax code, money laundering legislation. More specifically, lawmakers want to know if citizens have received more than 100,000 rubles, it's $1,300 of cryptocurrency in a calendar year. If so, relevant persons must inform the tax office by declaring it on their tax return. If the legislative amendments go through, the inclusion period will be for 2020. Going forward, therefore, individuals should declare their crypto activity by the end of the Russian tax year on April 30th, 2021. Failure to report to the tax authority, you can receive a fine of 30% of crypto assets, but not less than 50,000 rubles. Shit. I was read a little bit. You don't even need that much to go to jail. Non-declaration of a crypto wallet which has turned over more than 1 million rubles. Rubles? It's a weird name. Ruble. You know, I don't know. It's 13k a year. It will be classed as a criminal offence, punishable by up to 3 years in prison. Just for having 13 grand's worth of crypto that you either didn't declare or forgot to declare. You got to go forget to declare this and get 3 years in jail, mate. What? And you know, with the gains that we're expecting soon, someone could easily just put $1,000 in, be like, yo, I'm below the 1,300, mate. You don't even need to declare that. I don't even need to declare that, mate. 4 days later, times 13, and it's doing 3 years, mate. Careful in April. Seriously, if you're in Russia, be careful in April, bruh. Keep your eyes on them dates. Do you know what I mean? Damn. You're gonna have Russia. I mean, like, this is why, like, you can't just do that. You can't just do that. And people say, well, there's communist state, mate, and they fucking can, they will, and the people will deal with it. It's like, oh, okay. Maybe we should support them in a civil war too. Just saying. Let's take some heads off. What does it mean for maturity? So after they've got all this done and dusted and all that, this is why I keep saying to people, from now to 2025 is when they're ironing all this out. Hopefully it's by 2023, but give it till 2025, because I'm telling you, it could go a little longer. We're talking about laying the foundations for mass adoption. We haven't got mass adoption yet. You won't try and tell someone who knows nothing about it, and they can't start telling about the addresses and how you have to copy paste this, and you go to that and you go to that, and they're like, no, I don't really want that. You're like, well, you can get a pay ID then that makes it well easier. You just go in and do that. I'm not doing that. And they can't be fucking asked because it's not really convenient yet. It's just not. Zoom is extremely convenient app the way it works, but I'm struggling to get people in Britain on it because they're like, well, let me know when there's fucking Great British Pounds Trust line. It's like I'm trying to get merchants, trying to advise merchants and that of pay routes to go through with crypto. And it's bollocks because they can't even accept Great British Pounds. Absolute. Yeah, so we need Vietspind and the XRPL Labs team to kind of hurry up on GBP trust lines. Maybe Uphold should be offering it because Uphold's got great GBP. They do the interledger payment pointer for the tip bot and stuff now, so why not? It would have been one of my questions to him in 2 weeks at DLTCon, but since it's been cancelled, I'm going to look at still actually try to get that conversation set up. And I will ask him about the GBP trust lines, because Europe's got a trust line in Zoom with a euro. America's got it with the US dollars. There's trust lines with loads of other cryptos, but there's no Great British Pound. So when I walked to to Simeon's gym. Like, it makes sense for him to get on Zoom. But if he wants to receive Great British Pounds, he can't. He can't. And these are apps that were coming out, we're about every currency, exchange any currency. Not yet, though. Maturity, adoption. Zoom's still being adopted. It's still going through an adoption process. Might have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 downloads. I don't know how many it's on at the moment, but it's still in adoption phase. It's still being constructed and built, and it's still lacking services some of us want. So it's going to be a long, I think this road's going to be a lot longer than some people actually really thought it was, you know. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean you're not going to, like Chris has got on Hex recently. Well done, man. Because I swear to God, it's not often you get on a young, new, cheap asset at the right time. Chris dived into Hex. It's fucking doubled his money, more than doubled his money already. You're now at the point where you're looking at a fucking green candle 3 inches long on a screen, and you're thinking, shit, you can't go in on that. I don't care what anyone fucking said. You can't bring yourself to go in on that. Hex could be 3 cents in a week, and you'd be like, fuck, I should have gone in on that. But it's a fucking green candle like that, mate. You put the fib on that, and you what do you do? What do you fucking do? To look at something else that's 2 cents. Oh, he's DeFi 2, so he might go up. 0.00001. You might go up. Yes, there's the potential and the possibility that you pick a penny crypto, and it absolutely fucking moons. Become a millionaire in 2 years. It was done with Verge, it was done with Extra Bytes, people did it with XRP, people did it with Bitcoin, loads did it. Ethereum, the lot, it happened. And it will happen again. People just need to be patient and need to make sure they're holding the right tokens. And don't see your fucking ass when someone's like, yo, buy this, and you're like, and then 2 weeks later it's double the money. Just be happy for the cunt. Stop saying that word, Scott. That's the bad side of me coming out, that. I don't like that word. Can someone go back and scratch that out? But yeah, apologies for that. But when all's said and done, at the end of it, when we go to 2025 beyond, now I've mentioned this before as well, right? How much data is created a day, yeah, compared to in the past. And it will be no different for value in the end. Make no mistake. How much data is generated every minute? A lot, as you can imagine. But the most interesting element of this new update from Domo is just how much and how fast data creation is growing. This is the 6th edition of Domo's report, and according to their research, over 2.5 quintillion bytes of data are created every single day. And it's only going to grow from there. By 2020, it's estimated by 2020, we're nearly through 2020. There's going to be another report, not long, right? It's estimated that 1.7 megabytes of data will be created every second for every person on Earth. No doubt you've read the No doubt you've read the stat that 90% of the world's data has been created in the last 2 years. I'm going to say that again. 90% of the world's data has been created in the last 2 years. 90%. 2 fucking years. You can read the full report, including industry-specific breakdowns here. I'll check out the general overview and the graphic below. This graphic will be going on the Instagram as well. We'll throw that up on Instagram, but it just shows you how much data is created across different platforms. Excuse me, from Giphy to Netflix to Snapchat to LinkedIn, to YouTube to Twitter, Skype, Instagram, Spotify, Uber, Venmo, Tinder, Google, Bitcoin. They're lot. I mean, 90% of the data in the last 2 years. What do people think is going to happen with the internet of value? You think it's going to slow down the creation of value? Look at Uniswap and the Uni token came out of nowhere. That is brand new value in the world. And it was a lot of value in the world. There was a lot of them. You know what I mean? And it come out, what, it was like, I don't even know what it is at the moment, but it went up to 4, 5, 6 fucking $6 flaming dollars. All new value. Boom. On top of the global value. Just like that. Just with one little crypto. Boom. Tish, boom. Tish. You got Hex. Boom. Yen. Boom. Ching, boom. Ching, boom. Pew, pew, pew. They're coming from all over the gaff. And these are just tokens with exchanges and platforms and swap shops. What about when actual assets start getting stamped daily? I make a fucking cup and stamp it with a QR code on the bottom, say Scott Pratt's just made that, and bam, it goes on a blockchain worth 10 quid. There's £10 of extra value. Yeah. Now, one might argue, oh, Scott, I want £10 of extra value because you bought some paint to make it, and you bought some clay, and you bought some this, and you bought some that, and then that makes the price of the cup, and you make it, and you only take a little bit of profit. You're like, fair enough. I dug the fucking clay, you dickhead. I just dug it up out on the backfield. I dug it up on the backfield. So my effort created that fucking value in clay. Just stick it up your ass. You don't always have to buy shit. Sometimes you can create shit. It's the difference between creators and fucking gimps. Gimps just sit there. Someone bring me that. Someone bring me that. Someone bring me that. Someone make me that. I want that. I want that. And creators look for shit in the same way, but when they're struggling to find something they want to read, something they want to see, something they want to enjoy, and they can't find it, they'll create it themselves. A writer said it to me years ago when I was asking him about writing and how to go about writing, and I kept saying, like, I've wrote a story and it ended up in the bin. And then I wrote another one and it got lost on a laptop. And I was like, I've wrote 3 or 4 stories now and I've not even got a book or anything. And he's like, don't worry about it. It's like, as long as you enjoyed it, it's all that really matters. And if anyone else sees it beyond that, it's a bonus. He said, you know you're a writer and you're supposed to be a writer when you're looking for a book. You're looking for the story in a book, but you can't find that story in a book. You've got it in your head. You know what kind of story you want to read, but you can't find it. It's in your head. So it's up to you to write it. If no one else has written it, but it's in your head, it's up to you to write it. Creativity has no limits. It really doesn't. As long as there's a little bit of belief there, creativity and imagination have no limits. And if you can imagine something in this reality, I'm telling you right fucking now, it's possible. Otherwise, you won't be able to imagine it. Everything you can imagine is possible. Doesn't mean it's probable. Doesn't mean you're going to see a ghost tomorrow just because a ghost is now possible. Yeah. Doesn't mean that an asteroid's going to wipe us out next week because it's possible. But seriously, if you can imagine it, warp driving, you think warp driving Star Trek's possible? Of course it is, because someone has imagined it. Someone's actually come up with a theory of how you do it with electromagnetism and gravitational forces. So, it's possible. We just can't figure it out yet. In the same way I'm saying this now, like what was even going on about? Go back to 1850 and tell them about cars, planes, fucking computers, and mobile phones, and they'll be like, this guy's fucking... Set the fire up, Jimmy, we got another witch. The path to adoption is going to be over in the next few years. All right, probably by 2025, we will be able to consider the system and the powers that be and the banks and exchanges and the blah blah bish bash bosh have all got prepared, and then we start seeing worldwide maturity. For as long as America are making crypto banks and the Bank of England are fucking about talking in code and Russia and China are banning them, there's all that negative energy and conflict of people say, well, my country's doing this, well, my country's doing that, well, they're all just going to get banned anyway because Russia's banning them, well, Putin's never going to let that get out, no. And in the end, do you not think that, like, these elites thought the same about the internet? They wanted to shut it down and stop it eventually. That's why half of them probably use the dark web, because they're not actually on the public web. Seriously, I honestly, like I said near the start, I believe the internet went against them, it ran away from them, and it just exposed more than anyone expected to be exposed. And I think the internet of value and cryptocurrencies are going to run away from them as well. I think it's going to kill 75% of banks. It's going to produce thousands of new kinds of banks. It will be made. People will become their own bank. And if bankers don't like it, we'll vote to get rid of them. How's about them apples? Or you can sit next to Philip if you want, and we take your head off as well in 2036. It's up to you, bruh. Get in line. See, the people shouldn't be told to get in line off the governments. The government should be told to get in fucking line off the people. We're going V for Vendetta up in here now. People should not be scared of their governments. Governments should be scared of their people. And you know why? All this shit's out now. They've got you scared of each other. They've got you scared of breathing air. They've got most people scared. There's people driving cars on their own with the windows shut with a fucking mask on. Anyway. We've got a decade of BS now. We just have. Don't care what anyone says. Yeah, we're going to get gains. Yeah, we're going to get moves. But we've got a decade of BS from politics to finance. The whole thing's a mess. The whole thing is an absolute shambles. Shambles. I'm not the most intelligent person in the world. I'm not an economist or a financial advisor, a banker or anything like that. But bit of a generalist, and I know enough to know the world's is pretty fucked. And these motherfuckers that have been in charge, you know, the people that no one trusts, what everyone goes to for a house. It's hard work, mate. It's hard work. On that note, have a good week. Enjoy your week. Yeah? Put some effort into something passionate. You seen that rock post? Don't work 8 hours or more in a day for a boss and not go on and work on your own dream. Stop working on someone else's dream if you're not working on your own. It's okay to work on someone else's dream or give them an hand with it, as long as during the night or in the first thing in the morning, you're working on your dream. Your dream might just be to sit in a shitty wooden shed and talk to people online and never have to work again. It's fucking work. It's work. I don't give a fuck if I'm talking to a camera or not. What's Gary Lineker doing on Match of the Day? He's talking to a fucking camera, broadcasting to people at fucking work. Just because the set's different and I've not got as big an audience, it's not work when Scott Pratt does it. You're fucking right, it is. We're at work, mate. I'm at fucking, just in the back of his guy doing a video. No, I'm working. Working. Fucking right. And let's get away from working. That's the paid slave term. Working. I was about earning through things you love. That's what you should be teaching your kids. When you grow older, kids, make sure you earn doing stuff you love. We need to change the mentality of the young. I'm fucking working. Don't get me wrong. I know people need money, bills need paying. We need to work, June. I know. But we need to change the mentality of the young to chase the dreams. There's no one working in Tesco come 2035, 2040. Robots. You'll have a marketing team and management upstairs, but no one in the actual flaming shop will be human. There's just not gonna be. Walk into an Amazon warehouse now. They're cutting humans already. They've got no job in the future, that kind of person. And don't tell me. Don't sit back talking like some. No offence to servers and cashiers and all that. I walk in Greggs. I want fucking serving. I appreciate you do that job. I appreciate you. I walk in McDonald's and I get served by a human. I appreciate you. I want my fucking bins emptying and a bin man comes and does it. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. It doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge that them people, it's highly likely them people can't reskill themselves to become computer programmers. People are talking, oh, what's the job of the future? Oh, computer programmer, coders. Oh, is it? Is it? Nice that. You go fucking do it then. Come on, dickhead. If it's the fucking job of the future, what the fuck are you gonna do? How many coding courses have you done up to now? Seriously? Oh, the job of the future, just a bit of coding in it. They'll all have to get coding jobs. Mate, they worked on a till in Tesco. What the fucking hell do you think they can code? What? Is it a real talk? Nah. They're going home on £1,000 a month, basic wage, and they'll go online to try and get attention and make a little bit on the top. It's as simple as that. Once you meet, yeah, it just really, really is. I mean, well, yeah. It's interesting, anyway. And on that note, I'm going to go. So enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your week. All right? Invest in yourself, your passions, the internet of value. Live long and order it all till you're ready to let it go. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. We love crypto, we love the internet of value, and we love you. Until next time, peace.